What's going on, guys? It's Carl here, back with one of the final episodes of the year. We have come down to smartphone awards. I know a ton of other YouTubers have their videos out. This one is a tad bit different. This is some of the most underrated smartphones. I know that usually the top picks, the iPhone XS, the Pixel 3 XL, kind of take the cream of the crop. These phones might be slightly under the radar depending how close you are in the tech space. These are the most underrated smartphones of 2018, and we will start off on this end. This guy is the Huawei Mate 20 Pro, and I don't think it needs any sort of introduction. The reason why it's made this list is this guy is not available south of the border. Down in the US, you guys are missing out. This is by far one of the best phones of this year. I think Huawei is making huge strides. So on this guy, we get an on-screen fingerprint sensor, but the most important thing is what we've got on the back. It's the Matrix Cam, and it has by far the most versatility out of any of these phones that you've seen, and probably, I wouldn't say it's the best camera, but it gives you most bang for your buck as you get so many different options. We've got a 20 megapixel ultra wide that's got a 108-degree field of view, a 40 megapixel main sensor, and a secondary zoom telephoto that is 8 megapixels, meaning you have the most versatility. Took this guy out in Tokyo, absolutely loved it. It's got a night sight cam that's way better than what you see on the OnePlus 6, probably not as good as what we see on the Pixel 3, but still a very good camera. The only thing that I would say is EMUI skin over top. It does not run stock Android. That is something that I really want to see Huawei improve, or if you have a fabled Google Play Edition, I would pay a ton of money for that device. If you're wondering if you should import this guy into the US, I would say do it. You won't be disappointed. That's why this makes this list. For everyone else that isn't, this is why you should get it now if you were still on the fence. The second phone, which I think might turn a lot of heads, is the Pixel 3, and it's not the Pixel 3 XL like most of you may have thought. Now, none of you can complain about the notch life. I find that the Pixel 3 just fits perfectly into one hand. It is the perfect size. The compromise is you just won't have as sharp of a screen resolution as the larger 3 XL brother. If you can live with that, I think the 3 makes a great device, and as you know, Google is mainly software based. A lot of the features that you see on the XL, you are getting the exact same stuff on the 3, plus the fact that you are saving some money in the process. You've got access to the same camera, that awesome night sight that is industry leading. This still has the best smartphone camera out of anything we've seen, has the best smartphone camera, I think, of 2018 in any phone. It runs stock Android and will get updates faster than any other Android flagship that you see, and no notch jokes, no notch hate, and I know that they've reduced the pricing in time for Christmas, so I know that this video will go out before then, so snag yours while you can. Phone number 3, this one might be slightly biased. If you guys saw MKBHD, he kind of leads the forefront in the smartphone awards. He named the OnePlus 6T the smartphone of the year. I'm gonna call the McLaren edition my choice, obviously biased as this has hints of orange all throughout. The fact that this is the first smartphone that has 10 gigs of RAM, which is crazy, that is more than most laptops, most computers even these days. It's got warp charging, which means you can juice up 50% in only 20 minutes. OnePlus has just been killing the game. Even if you decide not to get the McLaren edition, I think grabbing the 6T is just kind of another no-brainer for the year, and slightly biased as I am Team Orange on my end. Had to include an iOS device on this list, and even though I'm rocking the XS Max as my main device, I wouldn't say it's the best value. I would give this one to the iPhone XR, especially if you're looking to save a tad bit of money. And I get it, that's double than some of these phones that you've seen on the list, kind of the same price as most of them. But if you are looking to get into Apple, you have to pay that kind of hefty Apple tax. And similar to what we've seen in the Pixel 3, a lot of the things that we have in the XR you find in the older and more expensive XS Max. You've got the A12 Bionic, which crushes every single thing that you throw at it. The only thing that you do not get is, of course, the dual camera that you see on the XS, XS Max, and of course, the higher resolution display. Which kind of brings me to my last phone. I know a lot of you are big fans of the Note 9. I'm gonna give the Galaxy S9 Plus a run for its money, and that's why it makes it on my list for one of the best phones of the year. I've said this multiple times, I am the biggest fan of Samsung displays. I think they've done it right with the no-notch design. They just have a nice sleek bar up top. Everything looks clean, even the bottom chin is small and minimal. Even Bixby and TouchWiz, for a matter of fact, are getting better. I can live with this without sticking a stock launcher on it. But the best part is, this guy has now dropped in price. You can grab an S9 for $550, or this guy, the S9 Plus, for around $630, which is very comparable to, say, some of the budget options here, like the OnePlus 6T, and is half the price as, say, the Huawei, or even, say, an iPhone XS. But anyways, that is my kind of list of the top smartphones, underrated ones. Just keep that in mind for 2018. Curious to hear your thoughts down below in the comments, and I should have technically one more vid that is launching on Christmas Day for all of my holiday tech gift guide giveaways, so make sure you stay posted. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will catch you Christmas Day. Hope you're all enjoying the holiday season. Peace.